Remember the concept. This is a complete scoop explanation. Everything is clear. Can I move to the next concept? All right. Yes. So the next concept is map reduce concept. Very much important. Concentrate. Before start map reducing, let's see the some overview regarding our concepts. How many demands are available in our Hadoop? Totally 5 types of demands are available. Name node, secondary name node, job tracker, task tracker. That means there are 5 types of demands are available. Maybe yes, in map reducing to yes, resource manager is there, task manager is there, taking care. So here those 5 types of demands, name node and date node take the responsibility. Name node and date node take the responsibility to process the data. Job tracker and task tracker take the responsibility. So name node and date node take the responsibility to store the data. Job tracker, task tracker take the responsibility to process the data. 1 second. Just first I'm opening. Right. See here, name node and date node take the responsibility to storing data. Job tracker, task tracker take the responsibility to the data. That's we know. So what is the responsibility? As a developer, we are submitting some queries. Today we are running Hive queries, Quick queries, Scope queries. Behind that queries, Maplewood is running. What is running exactly? What is going on behind that queries? Yes, this is the agenda, autonomy of the job. See now what we are, that is the internal concept. How much clarity we have internal concept, that much clarity in our own program also. People are nowadays people are concentrating on map reducing. What map reducing? The work of map reducing only. As a non-Java background, for example, you came from non-Java background, those peoples also want to understand clearly this internal work. Understanding the internal work, not required any Java language, just common sense is more than enough. Let's see, this is the agenda, how to submit a job, how to initialize the job, task assignment, completion, scheduling, failures. These are the topics. Let's see what happened. First one, before I explain again, see this diagram. What is this diagram? This diagram explain like only job tracker and task tracker only. Just like a copies, different places. Job client, that means job tracker, task tracker. This is the job tracker, this is the task tracker. We submit the job as a developer. I am writing select star from table name where salary greater than so and so so and so amount and submit the query. Immediately what happened? Yes, job client submit the map doing job. Job tracker will coordinate the jobs. Job run, job tracker ID, job applications, everything coordinating. Step one, it's running, run the job. Yes. Step one is run the job, calling submit method, job tracker calling submit method, assigning. Yes. Job tracker calling submit method. to our jobs. What are the jobs you are submitting? For example, I am submitting the simple Hive query. My colleague submitting some other query. What are the queries we are submitting in the job in the cluster? Immediately job tracker respond, calling job submit method in step 1. Step 2, the next step is immediately the job tracker assign one ID to each and every job in step 2. Come down. Ask the job tracker for a new job ID for job tracker, step 2. And step 3, copy the job resources from the HDFS. Step 3. Step 4, calling submit method of particular job, submitting job. Step 5, initialize the job. These are the job tracker responsibilities. Before map reducing, before actual work, job tracker doing this responsibility. Initializing the job. Step 6, retrieve the input splits. Step 7, receiving the heartbeat of the data nodes. Step 8, retrieving the job resources. And finally, step 9, launch the job. Step 10, run the job. Totally 10 steps is this is the responsibility. 10 responsibilities is there for job tracker and task tracker. Once the 10 responsibilities completed, then MapReduce work started. So here, just for your understanding purpose, I designed some other diagram just for clarity. See, this is the diagram. Like a job tracker is there, task tracker is there. This is HDFS name node, 3 date nodes are available. And I am submit a query immediately as a developer. I am submitting query immediately. Job tracker respond, calling submit method step 1. Same 10 steps is the previous diagram. Just I am explaining it the 5 steps just for your understanding. Step 2, job tracker assign one ID to the particular job. Then track the metadata from the name node. Check the output path, input path. The path is available or not. The schema is clear or not. Job tracker check those paths. Then step 3, job tracker again adding jars and some supporting files to the particular job. If any jar files is required to add to execute the jobs. For example, if yesterday we are adding some our own UDFs. Like that, any jar files is required to adding those jar files. Any supporting files is required to add, adding those supporting files. After that, job tracker track the metadata information, nodes information. Step 4, which nodes are healthy, which nodes are unhealthy. Remember the healthy unhealthy condition. Confirm me, otherwise I will tell you. I will go ahead in detail. Yes. Yes, Suman. Healthy date nodes, unhealthy date nodes concept. Yeah, I will tell you otherwise. Yeah. See, for example, first storage time. We are storing our data into multiple date nodes. At the same time, the replication also happened multiple date nodes. Block 1 is there, one date node. Same block is there, another date nodes also. For example, you have 5 blocks is required. B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. And B1 block available 3 locations. B2, B3, B4, B5. Each and every block is replicating into 3 locations. Storage completed. Now I want to process the data. As a developer, I am submitting the query. Immediately, job tracker respond. Here, job tracker means HFS client. Respond, assigning one ID to the particular job. Same story is going on again. Like calling submit method, adding IDs, track the metadata. What metadata? Track the metadata means, yes, this job tracker request into name node, give me metadata. What metadata? I want to execute so-and-so files. Where is stored? So immediately name node transfer that metadata to job tracker. After that, again, job tracker track the adding any supporting jar files, any information. Job tracker adding all those supporting jar files. After that, step 4, find the node information. Nodes information means, for example, let's see friends, my data available 5 blocks, B1, B2, B5. But B1 available 3 locations, B2 available 3 locations, B3, B4, B5 also available 3 locations. But I don't want 3 copies. I want only 1 copy. I means job tracker want only 1 copy only to process the data. Right. How to find out the job tracker that information? Based upon these that nodes health condition. So those only job tracker doing here. Track the nodes information. Find out the debt nodes. Which debt nodes are helpful. Step 4. After that, then finally job tracker sending the jobs to so and so task trackers, deciding task trackers, and those task trackers now sending task tracker receiving the jobs, submit the jobs into so and so debt nodes. Once submit completed, immediately map reduce work started. What map reduce work started? For example, let's take this simple initially. I have some data is there. I want to find out each and every word how many times repeating. Simple word count problem. I have deer, beer, river, car, river, deer, car, beer. This is the data is available. This data I want to count how many times each and every word is repeating. This is my requirement. I am writing pig code only, or else I am writing Hive code. Code is fine. Or else I am writing Java code. Just imagine. Later we can write Java code, but imagine I am writing this 3. Anyone. Submitted. Once submit completed, immediately job tracker respond. Immediately job tracker respond. Doing all these operations. Same thing is in detail here. 10 steps. Those 10 steps I'm explaining with 5 steps. Okay. So job tracker doing these responsibilities. After that, job tracker sending to task tracker submit the jobs into so and so data nodes. So just imagine, friends, task tracker submit the job into this data node. Here one data node is there. In this data node, deer, beer, river, car, river, deer, car, beer. This is the data available. 3 blocks. Task tracker submit the job into this data node. Okay. What happened immediately? Once task tracker submit the job, immediately coding execution started. What coding? Map reduce work started. What is map reducing again now? Yes, map reducing is a software framework that allows developer to write a program that process massive amount of data. Massive amount of data. Okay, either parallel processing is there again, same procedure. So it is one of the framework. The combination of map, the combination of these two, we call them map reducing framework. The combination of mapping process and reducing process, we call them map reduce framework. Okay, so what is mapping process? What is reducing process? Yes, in this process is the first stage of the map reducing framework. In this phase, in this process, input taken by the master node, which divide the data into smaller tasks. Which divide the data into smaller tasks and distributed them in worker nodes. That means same thing. The first phase of the mapping is a mapping process. Is read the data from the data node and according to logic. What is our logic? I want to find each and every word how many times repeating. This is my requirement. Okay, so according to the requirement, we are dividing each and every word. So mapper take the responsibility dividing the data. Remember, in pig time we are writing this code. How to we are writing? As a developer, we are writing first divide it, then count it. Internally, framework also taking the responsibility. Mapper taking some responsibility. Reducer taking some responsibility. So here the mapper responsibility is read the data from the data node, applying mapping logic. What is mapping logic? Divide each and every word into individual words. Once mapping logic completed, it gives the output. That output we call the intermediate output. That intermediate going to the reducer input. The reducer responsibility is taking the input from the mapper, reduce the data, the final summation is giving output. Final summation is giving the output. That is the final output. reducer output. Once mapping and reducer, those both the process completed, we get the output. That output we call the map reducing output. Okay. So here mainly, yeah, let's see this one. In this process, input taken from the master node dividing into smaller tasks. The master output, the mapper output go to the reducer input. In the reducer again, this reducer take the input from the mapper, doing the reducer responsibilities. Reducing responsibility completed, we get the output. Okay, that we know. Let's see some more internal regarding the same concept. Before going to the internal concept, I have a question. Why map reducing process big data in less time? How it is possible? I have some big data is there. Those data I want to process less time. How it is possible?
We use many clusters.
Pardon?
We use many clusters to do the mapping.
Right. Many clusters.
And reducing.
Yes, many clusters we're doing the mapping and reducing. At the same time, even for example, one data node.
We split the data.
Yes, we're splitting the data. I have 10 terabytes data is there. 50 yeah. Every day Facebook generating 50 petabytes of the data. 50 petabytes. Okay, our general computers terabytes. Just imagine 10 terabytes. 5 data nodes, 2 data, 1 data node, 2 terabytes, another 2 terabytes. Those 2 terabytes also we are processing less time because of the parallel processing. Because see here, our logic is there, our data, complete my data is that DRB river, car river, dear car river. This is the data available in my data node. 3 blocks is available. Just imagine 3 blocks is there. 3 blocks we are storing our data. We means name node storing data. Processing time also 3 maps running parallelly. 3 maps running parallelly. So here, how many workers take the responsibility? For example, I want to build a wall. I want to build a wall. One person take 10 days time, but 5 people working parallelly to complete that wall. Within 2 days, we complete the work. Same logic is there. Internally, each and every block mapper is running. The mapper responsibility is read the data from the data node. How it is reading? By default, the splitting concept is there. Splitting is one of the concept. It helps to read the data from blocks to our logic. Okay. Once job tracker and task tracker submit the jobs, immediately mapper work started. What is the first work of the mapper? Is read the data from the data node. How to read? Yes, here one of the concept is there, splitting. What is splitting? It's logically read the data from the data node. There is no physical, splitting is only logical. It's coordinating our mapping logic and our data. By default, equal number of blocks. For example, our block is 64 MB. Equal number of blocks, equal number of splits coming. Equal number of splits, equal number of maps are running. Now tell me friends, I have 1 GB data is there. For example, I have 1 GB data. One diagram, 1 second. Another diagram. Yes. 1 GB data, my block 64 MB. How many blocks required? 1 GB data? 16 blocks. Right? 16 blocks our data is there and I submit a query. How many workers running parallelly? How many maps running parallelly? Yes. 16 maps running parallelly because before running 60 maps, don't forget the procedure. I'm repeating again. First job track. Once I submit completed, again job tracker take the responsibility, doing all the steps, procedure. Then task tracker submit the jobs into data nodes. Then immediately mapper started. This mapper going to data node. The input split concept is there logically. Where this input split is available in data logically only. There is no physical. Going to is coordinating our logic and data. Our logic going to the data node, so and so blocks, reading the data, applying mapping logic, and giving the output. The applying mapping logic, giving the output. That output we call the intermediate data. This concept is clear. The first one, follow the diagram. Right now we are there in this one. See my cursor. Mapper read the data from the data node by the help of splitting. Apply mapping logic. What is mapping logic? That framework taking care. According to our code, we are submitting like a count of the employees, count of the words. We are writing that code. According to that code, mapper taking care. What is the mapping logic? What is the reduction logic? Mapper taking care. So the mapper going to the data nodes, so and so blocks by the help of splitting, read the data, apply mapping logic. Generally, interview time also people are asking common question, very much common question. In your program, how many mappers are running? Because why they're asking? If you're submitting a Hive query, how many mappers are running? Because depends on the mappers, number of mappers. Our data processing speed is depending. Processing speed is depending. Okay, so simply say by default equal number of mappers, sorry, equal number of input splits, equal number of mappers are running. For example, I want to improve my performance. For example, I have one code is there, one data, 1 GB data is there. I'm storing into 128 blocks or 64, 128 blocks, 8 blocks is there. I submit the query. Again, job tracker, task tracker, responsible is completed, and mapper started. It's keep on running. It's almost taking like, for example, more than 2 hours to complete that query. Very much complicated logic. Imagine, very much complicated logic. It's taking more time to process the data. But I want to cut down the time. I want to give the better performance. Yeah, friends, we are following. Everyone following. So I want to improve the performance. Yes. How to improve the performance? Improve the number of mappers in real time also. How to improve the number of mappers? Simply cut down the split size. By default it is coming. Equal number of block size, equal number of input splits is coming. Equal input splits, equal number of mappers are running. But I want to improve the mappers because my logic is complicated logic. I want to improve the performance. How can I? Yes. For example, my block size is 128 MB. I decided my split size is 64 MB. By default, block size split size is equal, but I want to control it also. Decrease the split size. How to decrease the split size? In a question. Yes, different ecosystems, different components is there. For example, I want to decrease the split size in pig. How to decrease the split size in pig? A project. This is a command to decrease the split size. Set dot map reduce at minimum split size is 64 MB. It will decrease the split size because my block size is 128 MB, my real time, my production moment. But now it's 64 MB. We increase the mappers. We're increasing mappers. Okay. Make sure. Next point. Once mapper work completed, then mapper give the output. That output we call the intermediate data. Mapper give the output. No, that is a see this code also. Here, deer beer river is there, car river is there, deer car, beer is there. Something happen. Mapper, deer ones, beer ones, river ones, like this, dividing each and every word individually. Then car river, dividing each and every word individually. Then deer car beer, dividing each and every word individually. Okay. After that, the mapper gives the output. That output we call the intermediate data. That intermediate data now go to the reducer. Reducer will read the logic, apply reducing concept. Once reducing concept completed, we get the output, final output. We get the final output. So that two stages is there: mapping stage, reducing stage. Okay. Right. Next. Do one thing, friends. It is not a simple concept. It's taking some time. If I'm now I'm starting this concept in the map reducing.